Mabuhay! Good day, passengers. This is your captain speaking. Please fasten your seatbelts and ensure your seats are in the upright position. Today, we aren't just crossing borders, we're crossing boundaries. We are embarking on a non-stop flight to explore the educational landscape of the USA, China, Italy, Sweden, and Finland. As future educators, we aren't just tourists, we are researchers. By understanding how the world learns so that we can broaden our perspective on a classroom management, adopt diverse teaching strategies that reach every kind of learner, and also bridge the gap between traditional method and modern innovation. So, prepare for takeoff and let's see how the world teaches. Maraming salamat. And now, let's explore the USA first.
Hello, co-passengers. The United States Special Education System is centered on the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. It is a federal law that guarantees eligible children with disabilities a free, appropriate public education tailored to their needs in the least restrictive environment. IDEA is significant because it ensures students with disabilities have the right to education, supports, and legal protections that allow them to access learning and participate in school when historically many were excluded from public education.
The U.S. system provides individualized education plans or IEPs that outlines goals and services specific to each student, promotes inclusion with non-disabled peers, offers related services like speech therapy, and involves families in decision-making. Step by step. Number 1. A child suspected of having a disability is referred and evaluated. Number 2, if the child qualifies, an individualized education program or IEP is developed. And number 3, the school provides services and supports based on the IEP. And number 4, the IEP is reviewed and updated regularly to monitor progress.
Comparing and things to improve. While IDEA has expanded access and inclusion, challenges remain such as limited funding, shortages of qualified staff, inconsistent implementation across states, and difficulty ensuring effective inclusion for all students.
Ni hao. Next up is China.
Special education in China has lagged behind regular education for many years. However, in the past few decades, the government has made considerable efforts to develop and improve the special education system, while the citizens of China have had a generic moral interest in disability since ancient times. The development of special education schools did not occur until American and European missionaries started schools for the visually and hearing impaired in the 19th century. The next major influence in developing the special education system occurred with China's Cultural Revolution in 1978. Interestingly, there is no exclusive legislation on special education, but in 1980s, the government started Learning in Regular Classroom or LRC, which is China's version of inclusion. LRC has progressed rapidly over the past 2 decades. However, the quality of instruction is low due to a lack of specialists, a shortage of personnel, inadequate funding, and limited technology, as well as other barriers.
The significance of China's special education system becomes very clear because it represents a major shift from segregation to inclusion that began in the 1980s. Instead of separating children with disabilities, China now promotes equal access to education through inclusive policies. Supported by the National Development Plan, the government has set an ambitious goal of achieving a 97% enrollment rate for children with disabilities by 2025. This reflects how special education is no longer seen as charity, but as a matter of educational equity and social justice, especially in the context of China's rapid economic development. Beyond its significance in policy and equity, the system also brings practical benefits to the student. One major benefit is the use of individualized education programs or IEPs, which tailors learning plans to each student's needs. This helps improve both academic progress and social skills. In addition, the learning in regular classroom models allows students with disabilities to study alongside with their peers, promoting social integration and reducing stigma. To support this inclusion, the government provides financial subsidies of more than 7,000 yuan per student each year, ensuring schools have the resources to offer proper support.
Step by step, the process involves screening registration, needs evaluation, IEP drafting with parental input, targeted instruction in varied settings, and regular reviews or adjustments. Number 5. Compared to US IDEA standards, which legally mandate IEP's procedural safeguards and strong parental involvement, China still faces challenges in achieving uniform IEP implementation, equitable resource allocation, sufficient teacher training, and consistent policy enforcement across regions. China's hybrid system of special schools and learning in regular classrooms, or LRC, reflects progress toward inclusion but also results in variability in practice. In contrast, Italy offers a useful reference point, having largely eliminated special schools since the 1970s and fully integrated students with disabilities into regular classrooms with the support of specialized teachers, or insegnante di sostegno.
Bonjour, Italy.
Ciao compagni di viaggio! Italy's special education system. Italy provides education to students with disabilities through inclusive education, meaning they study in regular classrooms instead of separate special schools. Since 1977, Italy has removed special schools and made inclusion part of its public education system. Laws such as Law 517 of 1977 and Law 104 of 1992 protect the right of learners with disabilities to receive free and compulsory education. Schools support these learners through individualized education plans and special support for teachers who work alongside regular teachers. Italy's system is important because it promotes equal access and social inclusion. By learning together, students with and without disabilities develop academic skills, social interaction, and mutual respect. Instead of separating learners, Italy focuses on providing support within the classroom. This approach helps students with disabilities participate fully in school life and prepares them for active participation in society. Italy's inclusive special education system benefits all students by fostering social cohesion, reducing dropout rates, and enhancing academic and life skills through peer interaction and tailored support. It promotes empathy, better learning outcomes for everyone, and prepare non-disabled students to value diversity while minimizing segregation.
Next, we have the step-by-step. So first, we have identification process. In this process, parents submit certification from National Health System medical committees which assesses disability severity and issues a functioning profile using WHO's ICF model. Next, we have key support measures. The Individualized Educational Plan, or PEI, customized per educational level, updated via Decree 153/2023, covering teaching strategies, relationships, and autonomy, developed by teachers, support staff, parents, and health professionals. We have the school organization. So in each school from a working group for inclusion, or the GLI, led by the principal, including teachers, health specialists, and admins, to implement school-wide inclusion plans. Next, we have the assessment and exams. Progress-focused evaluation emphasizes growth over results. Pupils use compensatory tools, for example, the extra time and oral test. Now, to compare Italian elementary special educational system to other countries, Their things to improve is that the experts advocate for deeper professional collaboration between support teachers or the sustegno and curricular teachers to prevent student isolation alongside increased funding to modernize digital accessibility and physical infrastructure in southern regions. While Italy is a global leader in full inclusion, having abolished nearly all segregated special schools in 1977, it faces challenges in consistently applying universal design for learning or the UDL across its decentralized network. Compared to the USA, which uses a least restrictive environment model that often maintains separate resource rooms, or China, where special education is still predominantly handled in specialized institutions. Italy's model is unique, radical in its integration. Meanwhile, Finland and Sweden emphasize early intervention through multi-professional teams, psychologists and social workers that provide flexible support without the heavy bureaucratic disability certification required in the Italian system.
Next to explore is the Finland.
Hey, kansamat kushtayat. Finland is known for having a strong and fair special education system that focuses on supporting students based on their needs rather than giving them strict labels. Every school has a special education teacher, and about 14% of the students receive part-time help while staying in their regular classes. This system is significant because it provides early support without separating students from others. Teachers work together to meet the needs of all learners, creating a more equal and inclusive educational environment for everyone. Benefits of Finland's special education system is that students receive help as soon as problems appear, which prevents bigger difficulties later. Teachers are well trained to support different learning needs, and students get the support they require without feeling different, helping to build both their learning and their confidence.
And now for the step-by-step approach in Finland. So first, teachers notice learning problems early. Then, extra help is given in the regular classroom. Next, we have the students receive part-time help from a special teacher. Next is, if needed, they added more support. Next is a learning plan is made for students who need special support. And lastly, progress is checked regularly and support is adjusted. Now, to compare to many countries that use medical labels and separate classrooms, Finland keeps support inside regular schools. However, more mental health support is needed and the system must be adapted carefully for larger and more diverse schools.
And lastly, we can learn the educational landscape of Sweden.
Hey, Medpasa Herare! Sweden's special education is governed by the Educational Act, Skolagen, which guarantees that all students receive support if they struggle to meet learning goals. Support is provided in mainstream schools whenever possible, with adaptations or action plans tailored to individual needs. Now, for the significance in special education, it ensures that all students have access to education and support, emphasizes inclusion, and involves parents, teachers, and specialists in planning interventions.
Students receive tailored support, extra teaching, or specialist help while staying in mainstream classrooms, promoting equity and personal development.
Step by step. First, teacher identify students needing extra help. Second, if needed, the principal and specialist create an action plan. Third, support is provided, adapted teaching, specialist services. Fourth, progress is regularly reviewed and the plan updated. Comparing and things to improve. Sweden emphasizes inclusive education, but challenges remain. such as differences in municipal implementation, varying resources, and balancing mainstream inclusion with specialized support.
And since we are done tackling all the educational system of the USA, China, Italy, Finland, and Sweden, let's head back to the Philippines. We hope you learned something. Adios, everyone.